Mike, you said you were making, what, a wrench?
Hold on a sec. I got a reply here. Tim just asked me if he's more. Yeah, I'll lower the Revolta. That'd be great.
That was like 2 hours ago.
So this is for the coilovers, you were saying?
Yes. So there's a, what was it, 66 millimeter, whatever, 92 millimeters in the rear, and a 76 millimeter in the front, wrenches. But they can't be super long wrenches or bulky wrenches to adjust the coilovers. So I'm just gonna make some.
Well, that's handy.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit finicky, that lowering that car.
Well, yeah, they obviously have some sort of factory tool that I'm sure is very expensive and very hard to get, which if you could even buy it from Lamborghini, I doubt it.
They would never sell it.
They wouldn't sell it. So we're gonna have to make our own, but that's not that big of a deal. I'm drawing a hex shape here with the size that I need.
I love it. Not a big deal at
Not
all.
a big deal. So in a few minutes we'll have some wrenches.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Yeah,
That's
no problem.
great.
Man, I'm so pumped about wrenches right now.
All right.
All right, well, that's basically it. So that is the nut that is on the collar of the shocks. So now that I have this, I can trim all the excess off of these edges. It's just easier to draw it like that. And then I will make the handle part. So this is all just going to be kind of what I need to draw the wrench off of. That way it gives me the length of all the flats, the sizes, and the angles. And now I can do something that's gonna fit with a handle on it. So now that I have this, I'll be able to go measure the car, how long I want that handle, if I want it to be like offset or whatever. So we'll go over there, check that out, and then I'll come back here and finish drawing this thing up. All right, so in the rear, we actually have quite a bit of room, and we can build something that we have a decent amount of leverage on. So we'll probably go, what do you think, Tim? 9 inches out here?
Yeah.
8
I
inches?
mean, maybe
Make it
8
not-
because I
not too
just
big.
don't want to hit the carbon rotor.
Yeah,
It's
but
kind of
I mean,
expensive.
yeah. Well, don't bang onto it, but I mean, you still want some leverage if you need it. So we'll do 8 inches off of the flat on here. The front, well, I'll look at it in a minute. That might be a little bit more tricky. The rear is nice and open, but the front is not as easy. It's gonna have to be a bit shorter. But we'll do the rear first, and then we'll come back and figure out the front. Okay, so I've got the length that I want the handle to be, and we'll make a round edge for that. What do you think, Tim, about 2 inches wide? Would you like something smaller?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
We'll go a little smaller, we'll go 45 millimeters. So that, and I'll just draw a couple lines up here. That. And that will be the handle portion. Get rid of these, get rid of that, and size this. Make sure we have some width there, but not too much to where we are running into the car. And then we're going to cut this edge off of here. Trim that. I could also do it a different way. I could just tell it all that it's construction geometry, but this is just a quick wrench that we probably will not use ever again. So I don't want to spend too much time on it.
It'll be available for sale.
Yeah, available for sale on timstorches.com. All right, so that's basically it. I'm gonna put some radiuses in it to make it nice.
I'm mind boggled right now watching you just
Small.
really quickly do all of this. It's like, oh, no problem. We'll just make a wrench that doesn't exist except for the fancy people, but it's no problem. It's done in 10 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. They want to make it complicated to buy it from them, so we'll just make our own.
Hack the system.
Yeah.
And there you have it.
That looks like a wrench. Like I might. Yeah. I was gonna say I could flatten these out and change them. It's all good. It's gonna work.
Oh, there's way less room up front.
Way less room, yeah, because it's below rather than being on top.
Right.
A lot of wires.
So we have a decent amount of room in the front, but we can probably do one, like a
That's fine.
1/6 of a turn at a time.
That's fine as long as it gets loose and
Yeah, it
it's not
works,
spinning.
right? So I
Yeah.
think we'll do like 5.5 inches on this one. Keep it a bit shorter so we have all that room to swing it so we can make sure we get, because if you get in between that like 1/6 of a turn, which is how many sides are on that nut, if you get in between there, then you can't get to the other side to put the wrench on and you're kind of stuck in the middle.
Right.
So we want to make sure that it's short enough to where we can get a full 1/6 of a turn every time we put it on so the wrench will fit again.
Right.
I was able to go backwards and just go like delete the steps that I did on the other one back to where I made the nut and then just resize it and tell it instead of 92 millimeters, it's 76 and it just boom, resizes everything. So I already did that. So it'll be really easy to finish this one up.
Sweet. All right. You just plug that in and then it just knows what to do?
Well, now we will, so I went through a program that basically tells that part how to get cut out on the machine. So save that on here, and I will go into, basically add these parts to it and then tell it where to cut.
I haven't seen this machine in action yet. I'm actually really excited to watch.
really?
Yeah.
Freaking cool.
Yeah,
I think you've used it when I've been here, but I've had to do something. I wasn't able to come in and like watch what you were doing.
it's pretty cool. It's bright.
It's bright.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll watch my eyeballs then.
Just watch it through the phone.
Yeah.
You'll be good.
Just blind. I'm so excited. Blind.
It should work.
You good? You hurt your hand?
I'm good.
It's good. He'll live.
There's a lot more water in here before.
Yeah, it has evaporated. Like over the
Is it
last
green?
6 months.
It's
yeah.
just dye.
Yeah, we added dye to it and another like an additive to help it from getting like funky and to help keep the metal from rusting, because obviously all that water would just like cause it to rust. And it does
Right.
get a little bit, but if we left this steel plate in here without that additive, then it would just be like completely rusted
Useless?
over. Pretty flat. Or
Gotcha.
pretty fast. That's a big wrench, Tim.
It is. It
Oh
should work.
my.
It's
That's pretty cool that you just did that.
Yeah, so it's like you can make all these cool parts too, but you can also make tools if you need them, if it works out. We've made quite a few different tools on this, fixtures to hold things in place, to build something else. So they actually shipped this from Malta. So it came from the other side of the world.
Wow.
And was delivered to us at the old shop. And then we had the very fun time of moving
it.
this massive table. But
Yeah, that wouldn't be easy.
yeah, but I mean, for all the projects that we've done and used this table for, I would say that it's paid for itself. We built so many parts for the F12 with this.
Oh,
We
yeah.
did obviously the 550. We did a lot of stuff for that car and man, a lot of these other cars, we're just constantly using this. So if you have a shop and you have the budget and you're doing enough volume, a plasma table makes a lot of sense. It's just, you can just make parts right away when you need them. You can mock up things, so you go, I think this will work, and you can make something really fast and see if it's going to work, or you can make a part to hold something in place while you're building other stuff. We actually use this to hold the collectors for the F12 exactly the same on both sides of the car while we built all the exhaust to them. So we didn't end up with the collectors in different spots. So it's identical on both sides. We also created fixtures to hold, to figure out where to cut the tubes at certain angles. So yeah, very useful.
It's done you good.
It has.
It's used. Well, that was cool. I don't know what I was expecting, but I mean, something like that, I guess. It smells a little funky.
It does, you know. Just cut some metal on that.
Yeah, just
Metal's
cut
in
in
the
some
air.
metal. That's really cool, though. Thanks for showing me that. Is this all like the old stuff that you've just like scrap pieces?
Yeah, so eventually one day we'll find a scrap guy to come over here and pick up all these, but you get to a point where it's like you cut out so many pieces out of it, and you know, I could maybe get another piece there if it was like the perfect size, but at the same time, we could just throw it away. Some parts where I just messed up, I made these tubes and they looked really good, but they had this bend here, and they hit the hood of the F12.
Oh.
So I said, well, that's not gonna work. So I scrapped these parts and moved this bend over here. So the whole thing was about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch lower there, and that cleared the hood.
So how long did those take you to make, though?
A few hours,
That sucks.
and now they're in the scrap pile.
Tim, your hair is making me nervous with the sparks.
Why?
Because it's like this far away from hitting the end of your hair.
Hair is not flammable, is it?
Hair is so flammable. Have you never accidentally caught a part of your hair on fire?
Yeah.
It
but-
like goes.
Yeah, but not from a spark, just from an open flame.
Oh, you know what? You're probably right,
But we
but
have clouds in here.
it makes me nervous. We do.
Yeah. I got.
Trying to figure out which way you go.
Damn. It's
It's on there. I'll back up. Give you
a
some.
little. Mike made it a little bit tight, but I think it's good. Yeah. Springing back quite a bit. Alex said something about you have to hold the shock, but it is twisting a little bit. Interesting. Something is really holding on to it, but I didn't feel like there was a lock or anything on it, but I'll check again. Nope, there's nothing there. So
Weird.
the spring just has a lot of tension on it. So I wonder what's the best way to get it so that it's easy, because it doesn't really want to spin with it compressed like that, but I could try still.
So is it moving?
No.
Sort of springy.
Yeah. So move it again. Let me look at the bottom of the shock. Is it actually? Yeah. So the nut, I think. Do it again. Let me see. Yeah, I think the nut will move.
Yeah.
But we need to compress the spring because it's not going to slip on this.
Yeah.
Because the spring isn't flat. It's not like a coilover type spring where it's flat on both ends. The spring has it sticking up on both ends,
Yeah, it's
and it has
hooked
the
in there.
rubber that holds it, that's angled to hold it flat. But we can't move that, and we can't move that. We need
But-
to just move this. So it's the tension between here
Oh, it's just
is
so
too
tight.
high. So
Somehow we need to compress this.
yes. And we have a spring compressor, a little spring compressor thing here?
Yeah, but
Don't know if
this,
it'll fit.
This is so tight.
I mean, it's a thick spring that's under a lot of load. That's for sure.
We could try it.
I mean, might as well.
Can't hurt. Okay, Tim, where are you at with the lowering of the Revolto?
Well, good news. The wheels are back on.
Woohoo! Woo!
Bad news, it's not lowered.
That
So the springs are so close to the shock that the compressor that we have won't fit in there without hitting the shock body, and might even hit the rod, which is really bad because then that's how you destroy your shocks. We could try and buy a bunch of like thinner ones, but I think it's best because talking to Mike, he said it's just better to do it with 2 people. That way we're super careful and we don't destroy these, I don't know, $10, $20, $30,000 shocks. The car looks good, honestly. Like,
It does. It looks great. I really like it. I like that they like color match the.
Yeah. And honestly, the
UBS
gas
there.
not that bad. Like
No, it's
that's
not.
solid. And your dad's driving it around in LA. Like
Yeah.
the roads aren't perfect.
No, they're definitely not. The roads here are not great.
So this is definitely safe for now. Do it a proper way because talking to Alex, he did it on his Revolto, and he said that they messed some things up, so they had to, in order to do it properly, you would have to take the whole suspension apart, and I don't really want to do that on a brand new car right now, so
Yeah.
we're gonna try to avoid all that.
You ever notice how much tire gets left behind?
Yeah, it's normally on my face at the end of the night.
Look at it. I don't think anybody realizes when we say like the block is dirty, it's like, yeah. From the block parties, all the burnouts here, all the tire that gets shredded ends up on this. So that's why you get those like marbles and it's slippery. We got a hiccup.
Ready to rip the F12?
Yeah, so we're gonna grab my other helmet. This is the one I used when I was in the Evo 2 Huracan race car a lot. And it's just got a clear visor. I got a bunch of helmets, fortunately. So I'm just gonna throw this one on, and because it's getting dark, we're just gonna kind of finish off the rest of the tires on the F12. They're not like dead, but there's enough left that I can probably slide it around, because the further you get through the soft compound, the harder the compound gets, the closer you get to the steel cords. So it should just slide around. It's cooler out now too. Nothing dumb, just playing around. Why not, right?
Why not?
Done practice. And then once I trash the tires on that, I'll get Tim to put a fresh set on and we'll park it. And then I can always get in the Beamer. Man, the Beamer is gonna be a complete mind F, because the BMW, you gotta stay way up in the RPM range. You can't just exactly do what you do in the F12, where like the F12's got enough power that you almost don't even need a handbrake. You just lift the throttle.
Changing out the tires.
Oh man, Tim, changing out the tires. These ones are dead.
Yeah, one side's worse than the other, but we have to redo an alignment on this car. That'll be easy at some point.
Sounds good. I'll meet you over there. Here he comes. And into the showroom.
The EV battery on this was a bit low, so it has a feature where if you leave it on, you can turn it to recharge, and when it's in park, it brings up the RPMs, and basically, I think I've mentioned this before maybe once, but basically it turns into a generator and charges the EV battery back up.
That's cool.
Yeah, it is cool. You guys first F12 little ride. She doesn't have seatbelts, so we're not gonna do anything dumb, but we'll get you for a spin. are a bit warm. You want to do a donut? Some donuts?
Let's do it.
Ready? Bro, you see the fire? Did you get that?
Yep.
Alright, well there's your ride. Tim, jump in here.
Your turn, Tim. Putting her away for the night. Tim, what are you up to?
I'm swapping these. I couldn't swap it the other day because we didn't have the right C-clamp plier.
Yep.
But I stole it out of Mike's box since he left. So now we
So
can
now
put
you
the
can
gold
put
one
the
in.
gold one on. The
There's a red
fancy
one in that one.
There's a what?
There's a red one in that one.
Oh yeah. There's a red one now. That one's a red. And you're gonna put a gold. Okay. Let's
I
do
guess I'll
this.
put gold in this one.
I can see a little. Thanks, man. Look who I'm talking to.
Hey.
These guys are in Canada.
How's our home?
Cold, very cold.
That ain't nothing, buddy. That's it. Sorry, Jason. I'm just kidding.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Neat. I feel like we should have put the red one in here, but you know, whatever. It happens.
It happens. Is this? I guess we don't really know this. I'm assuming this car's staying red.
Yes. That's what I think, at least.
It would be kind of cool because it would go with like.
It is a Ferrari.
Also the red, like you got some red in here as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it would match this, this,
Yeah.
the buttons.
The buttons. I can't see the buttons. True.
But it'll work.
Boss man.
Boss man.
The boss man.
He can, there's also the option of getting one custom made with like
True.
in the shape of something.
Oh, that'd be cool. I feel like you're gonna put this in and then you're gonna suggest that and he's gonna be like, yeah, do it.
He tried to get one made out of the GE logo. Eric made one, or I think Eric made a few, but they weren't like it felt weird.
Oh,
So
it didn't work out.
yeah, it needs to be revised a couple of times, but thankfully Eric was willing to do that for us. So
That's cool. Choi?
yep,
What a nice guy.
he does a lot of cool custom stuff for people.
Eric is a great guy. He's so nice.
There, it's all done.
It's all
Nice
good to
and
go.
gold.
Nice and gold. She has her jewelry on now.
Yeah, maybe we put a pink one in next.
Yeah.
End of the day, what an amazing day. Had a great day. Guys, I did figure eights in an F12, and guys is trying to do figure eights on a scooter without dying
Guy
too.
is loving
without
the
crashing.
scooters.
I'll buy these guys whatever they want for dinner. That includes you, Mia, because they really pulled together today to shoot the twin turbo F12 first shakedown video. When I'm driving, it's stressful from the standpoint of I'm used to doing production. So I want to make sure the video's good. And I've been doing this the longest. So I have the checklist in my head and I'm kind of like on autopilot. Like when Mike drives, right? You don't have to sit there and go clutch in like the way I do when I'm driving.
Yeah.
So I'm driving, Mike's having to worry about the camera, but everybody pulled together and Mike had to be out of here early this afternoon to go on his trip. And we made it all happen. So the reward is whatever you guys want for dinner. And we don't have to adhere to my diet because I've already got my chicken here. So you guys doing burgers or pizza or what do you want?
I don't know.
All dessert?
You should probably eat healthier. That's a good idea.
Oh, look at that.
Tim, what the hell, man?
I have an influence on these guys after all.
Ah, damn you.
They do call us influencers.
Oh my, I wanted like, I don't even
What do you
know.
want?
I don't know what I want. I don't even know what I want. I wanted like,
You can have something else.
why can't we get fat kid food, Tim?
Okay, we can get that food.
Tim's like, we're eating pineapple, plain chicken, and a grapefruit.
My dad's diet. So, what do you guys think? Do you want something dirtier? Like, it doesn't have to be super dirty. And also, you just don't have to eat a lot of it.
Exactly.
You don't have to eat like when you know how I got fat? When I'd eat burgers, I'd eat like 2 burgers, like from Five Guys. I'd eat 2 burgers, a hot dog,
Milkshake?
a milkshake, and fries.
I'm honestly impressed with the size you were, if that's what you were eating.
Oh man, I was
You got a good metabolism, man.
No. Oh, it's 253.
Still, 2 burgers, a hot dog, and a milkshake?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could get like a bunch of Big Macs and see who can eat the most.
Oh, dirty.
I don't think my stomach will
I
like
don't
that.
even
Dirty.
I don't even like Big Macs.
I sent this to James, our buddy James, Mr. JWW, and I said, he goes, man, you didn't seem that fat. Like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I'm like, bro, this is me in Kelowna. Like, after I'd moved there. This is only 2 years ago. Like, look at me in the vlogs. Look how fat I am. Yo.
Honestly, I never thought that you were fat at all, but the comparison, like seeing old videos versus how you look now, you look like
look fat.
You've taken 15 years off.
It's crazy, right?
Like you look so much younger now.
Thank you. So,
You're very welcome.
what do you want to eat to add 15 years onto your lives?
All right.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're done eating?
No. You guys are going to deal with it because this is behind the scenes. And guess what I do? I don't eat on the main channel, which means if I don't eat on this channel, I don't eat. Guess what? I eat. So I just uploaded some footage from the main vlog to Google Drive. That's how it gets to Jamie, just to reiterate that. we're gonna go check on Mark and Tim because they're in the back shooting a promo. I'm pretty sure they're doing a promo for Manscaped, which always is funny to watch. But I think they want me involved in it.
Did you?
So Tim's gonna trim my nutsack.
Oh, okay. I'm not filming that.
I'm just joking. Gosh.
Hey, you know what? There's a
so
lot of
serious.
There's a lot of
Offside comments that get thrown around here. Sometimes they're joking,
That's the
sometimes
point,
they're
though.
not.
Like, welcome to the clubhouse, right? Welcome to the clubhouse. Welcome to the lip smack.
Staining my hoodie. Man, I tell you.
Bit of tomato juice won't hurt you.
Nope.
Oh, I apologize for that. I didn't mean to do that.
You're good.
Well, right now we have obviously had a lot of success with getting
I just hit the door.
walked into the door.
I did. I just walked into the door, and I have to try and angle the camera.
I know, because we
away
have a
from
project in the
something.
background that's been done,
Can't show
but
that.
hasn't been shown yet.
Exactly.
That's the trick I've taught me yet. The trick to filming with us. Walk backwards, walk backwards, walk backwards.
Hey, I'm not showing it, but I can't show something over there either.
Oh man, it's
I you know,
it's like
hey,
it's like landmines.
I know, I'm learning, I'm picking up on the things. I know
So-
I can't show things.
I've told Mia that it's funny because sometimes we get lost in what the upload schedule is. So we'll film something and maybe it's not as time sensitive to get it up like tomorrow because it wasn't a public event or it wasn't something we haven't previously announced in a video. So we have a bit of a grace period. Like videos don't go up old. Like at the longest, we've filmed something 5 or 6 days ago and then it goes live. At the oldest, most of the time you guys are seeing videos within 48 to 72 hours of them being made, that's what the grind's all about.
Exactly.
But we do have to make some videos in advance, obviously, when we want to spend our time at home. The thing I was going to talk about, if you want to back up all the way to the red car, is the red car being the twin turbo F12.
Beep.
Keep going. You can go to the other side so you can get the engine in there. Because people do like to look at this thing. This car's driving really good. I have taken it out just a couple of times. So you're all good. Knocking Tim's tools over.
Sorry, Tim.
Tim, the tool man, Taylor. This car has been really good. Mike killed it, but Mike's now gone. And that means this car could just sit here and I could be a little bitch, or I could just be careful and take it out once in a while and have a bit of fun and make content for you guys. And that's what I pretty much plan on doing. So the wild thing that I might put out there is that the twin turbo F12 is a registered street legal car. Let me say that again. This is a registered street legal car chassis, which means the entire time, because technically I still have a little bit of a balance of a lease on this car. When you lease a car, the leasor requires you to have full-fledged insurance on the car the whole time. Clearly because they don't expect you to do this to their car. It's different. I have special things in place with the lender. However, this car still, regardless, had to have insurance on it the whole time. That's how they protect the money they lend you. Because they hold the bag for the larger portion. That's why there's like a buyout at the end. Okay? So a little finance lesson there.
Do not do this to your leased car.
Yeah, without permission anyhow. So this car had full-fledged insurance the whole time. It's never been on the street. So it's got insurance, it's got a plate, it's got registration, it's got everything. The only thing we would need to do, and shimmy this way, shimmy, shimmy, shimmy,
Shimmying.
shimmy, 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 is we'd need to put these on, which isn't that hard. Hey, Tim? If we wanted to put the body panels back on the car, the only ones that would really be a pain would be the fenders, the front fenders.
No, not really. They're all pretty easy. I think the front bumper is the
But
worst.
the front fenders aren't going to fit because of the, well, they might because the tires are so small.
Yeah, they'll fit.
So we could literally make that a car,
I think so.
sort
yeah.
of a hood.
I think so. Yeah.
Will the front bumper go?
I think so. I remember we mocked it up.
Yeah.
I'll have to see how it bolts on.
So what if we put the car together and on the main channel took the car to Starbucks?
It's possible. You have plates, I think.
Yeah, I have everything.
You have plates, but you don't have cup holders. So
I have cup holders.
you have cup holders in there?
Yeah.
Where?
See the passenger seat? One here and one here.
So I'm the cup holder.
Yeah, if you're not holding the camera. If you're holding the camera, you only hold one cup. That's the driver's cup. But that car's super drivable. Like, you could actually drive that car down the street. It wouldn't be that big of a pain.
Yeah.
So, do we do that? Here's the risk.
A little thirsty.
Here's the risk. And it's big. It's big risk. It's not me I'm worried about. It's the low unlikely chance something bad happens where somebody else was to drive into that car.
Yeah.
Comment below. Worth the risk or not worth the risk? I want to know your guys' opinion. I'm going to put 2 comments. We're going to pin basically, how do we do this? Actually, I'll go to the community tab and I'll do a poll.
Yeah.
Right? Drive the twin turbo F12 to a drive-through. Worth the risk of someone potentially crashing into or not worth the risk? Go yes or no, right? And you guys can do a poll when this video goes live. Let me know what you think.
This is one of those times. And
Back to the lip smacking.
this joke is pretty tired. But when people talk about the, like, you know, you call your insurance company and they're like, you hit a what? This would fall in that category.
Oh, when the insurance company's like, you hit what car?
Exactly.
Yeah, it would be that. We probably should end the vlog because now I'm eating. You guys hate that.
Give him a slurp before you go.
End of the night. Time to go to the hotel and now do a workout.
Hell yeah.
Did my fasted cardio this morning.
And I'm driving, bitch. Just
You-
kidding. No, I'm not. Definitely not driving.
LA traffic
First time I ever drive in LA is in this.
in the Revolta.
Yeah, that's a bit insane.
The funny thing is, it's a really easy car to drive. It's way easier than driving either of those cars, but yeah.
Oh, I bet.
All right, well, let's fire this thing up.
Here you go.
Thank you. What a day. What a day. And we'll do it all again tomorrow. TV, baby, every day super crazy.
Oh, this thing is so loud now, too.
Yeah. Should we
Cold start.
warm it up? Stand by. I gotta take it first, E-mode. Let it wake up, and then cold start.
That's just silly.
Yeah, it's crazy. I love it. I pull this thing out. Then I gotta just finish locking up the HQ. Even though the motor's on again, it's always weird to get in this car, and it's yeah, it drives in electric mode only right now until the motor warms up. The engine. I know. This car is also very wide.
It is very wide.
Like it's just.
I know, when I was watching you come through earlier, it's like, ooh, it's a tight squeeze.
Yeah. I'll drive over here and then I'll walk through and lock that door up. Like, there's no man door on this side.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. You
So
need
this
one
is the
of
closest
those.
man door.
That sucks. But
It's not big deal. I will be right back.
joy. The scary shop, all alone in there. Tons and tons of rooms empty. We've all talked about that, how like being in a really large building, specifically at night when all the lights are off and you're the only one in it, it's kind of unsettling. Hey, I was just saying, does the being in the building at night alone freak you out?
It used to.
Not anymore?
When I went in the first couple of months,
Yeah.
not anymore.